Hello everyone and welcome to Leagues 5 Raging Echoes. I have really been looking forward to this. Over the past weeks, I spent a lot of time theory crafting and planning out my regions and routes and everything, and I'm really excited to finally get to go and play it and see how those plans actually pan out. So my goal this time is just to have fun. Last league I went for Dragon Rank, and I still might go for it this league if I end up getting close, but I do want to take things a bit slower and not try and rush for ranks. That said, to start off, I will be following an early game route I made. Pretty much it's a short set of tasks trying to be semi-efficiently to unlock my first region and relics, while also fully expecting I'm going to get distracted and do things not in the plan. If that sounds interesting to you at all, I have a link to it in the description so you can try it yourself if you want. So that said, the first thing I need to do is pick a relic. So all of these tier 1 relics are really good. They just focus on different skills: mining, woodcutting, fishing, and some of their related skills. But for me, I think the best choice is going to be Animal Wrangler here. And I also realize I might need to be by the sage to claim this. So like I was saying, Animal Wrangler. There's a couple reasons I decided to pick this one. The first is that it gives more effects I can't get elsewhere. Like, all of these give unique effects, but I can always get a better axe and a better pickaxe. But I cannot get, anything to really upgrade my hunter outside of this, or even upgrade stuff like fishing rods or big nets. So it works on more things that I can't normally improve. The other reasons, well, they'll become more apparent later on. So yeah, this is going to be my first relic unlock. Yay. So now to start on the early game route, I'll probably just give a brief summary of each thing as I get to it. And yeah, let's see how quickly I can get to my first region and my second relic, I guess. So after getting a lucky random event, I killed a goblin, buried the bones, and used my harpoon for a special attack. Now I'm going to be milking this cow here, and now heading up to get an egg. I cried in a wheat field, made some flour in a mill, and now I found a needle in a haystack. And I'm probably going to skip the potato tree because it seems a little crowded over there right now, and head over to Drainer Manor to get a chair to follow me. After home porting from Drainer Manor, I talked to Hans, kicked a spider, and did a few other quick tasks. Now I pray at the altar, gonna do a couple things in the graveyard, and then head down here to do some fishing. And there is catching anchovies. So yeah, those fishing tasks really flew by. I didn't even have to, have anything in my inventory because it auto banks it, and it also cooked enough of them to get me all the cooking tasks I needed to. And just look at that stream of levels. Completed Cook's Assistant for a bunch of cooking experience, getting my first level 20, and used the range. And also, because I don't burn things thanks to my relic, I have to manually burn that to get that task. Also, the relic only cooks half the food, so I have some more fish here to cook. Well, that was not nearly as fast as the fishing. Really shows having just a bronze pickaxe instead of the really powerful echo tool. But there's an inventory of copper and tin. Got a couple tasks from that. Now to go smelt it for a couple more. Well, seems my math was slightly off because I didn't get to the smithing level I intended, but I finished smelting the items. Now I completed a sheep shearer here, and now back to Lumbridge to do some thieving to get some more money so I can get a steel axe. I finished with that thieving, getting the coin pouch task, and now time to do some woodcutting. I just got the level to use a steel axe too, so yeah, just some basic woodcutting and fletching. I can't tell if tasks are starting to slow down a bit, or if woodcutting just felt slow compared to that rapid fishing earlier, but I finished up with a bunch of woodcutting tasks, burned the oak log for fire making, and fletched 1,000 arrow shafts for fletching. Now I came over to the drainer to knock out a couple of the easy tasks here, and start on agility, which should get me pretty close to my next relic. And with this agility lap, I should get, there we go, 10 laps or a league task, which got me enough points for my second relic. So let's head over to the bank here. So for these relics, I honestly wasn't too thrilled with any of the tier 2 relics. They're all really good, but I feel like none of them were really needed with my plans. But I decided to go with Friendly Forager, just because it passively generates you herbs when you do woodcutting, fishing, mining, and hunter, which kind of synergizes pretty well with the tier 1 relics, and it also gives you a chance to save secondaries. So overall, I feel like even if I don't need all the herbs this provides, it's probably going to be at least a little more helpful than what the others would give me. So yeah, there's a Forager's Pouch. And the other thing about this is that relic tier also unlocks the passive for 8 times experience. So now that I have that, I can do some other things I was putting off. Honestly, probably should have waited and done the woodcutting after that as well. Oh well. But I'm probably going to at least stay here till 30 agility so I can do Varrock Rooftop when I get there. After finishing 30 agility, I took a bit of a detour to complete Misthalin Mystery, which should get me up over 20 crafting, which means I should be able to cut sapphires now. That'll come in handy a bit later, but now I'm back to Lumbridge to go to the Stronghold of Security so I can get my 10k, because I really could use some money. Well, that went flawlessly with no deaths, and now I got my 10k. Also, I got an experience lantern count check, and I actually have no idea what to put this on just because everything's so fast in Leagues. I can't tell what's the best thing to put it on right now. Actually, I'm thinking thieving just because I do have good thieving methods later, but for the lower levels, I don't know, I guess, it's only like 100 experience anyway. But yeah, I don't know, just use it up. But now I'm gonna do some stuff on the surface. I have to, already here. Drink a beer in here, and then I'm going to go buy a cat, then finally off to Varrock. I knocked out a couple easy tasks around Varrock, and now I finished the quiz here, which should give me an absolute ton of Slayer and Hunter experience. There we go, from 1 to 25 due to the 8 times boost. So I did a quick lap around Varrock to spend some money and knock out some easy tasks, and now what I want to do is complete Daddy's home. Yeah, I think Marlowe's the person I need to talk to. So when I complete this, it not only will give me a bunch of construction experience, but also some supplies that'll be kind of useful. Well, I used up most of my cash stack, but there is Daddy's home completed, which also got it for the get a player-owned house task, but more importantly is this crate. So the reason I wanted to do this, aside from the early construction levels, is because this crate gives steel bars, which is like the easiest way I can possibly get steel bars this early game, unless I did a bunch of mining and smithing. So now what I want to do is go to my player-owned house, build a crafting table, and make clockworks, and use those clockworks to make birdhouses on Fossil Island so I can start training up Hunter a bit more. So remember earlier when I said this early game route was semi-efficient, but I probably get distracted and do things on the plan? Yeah, I think I'm fully derailed at this point, because, the birdhouses already weren't in the early game route, they were in my personal plan. But one thing I just realized, I got the molten glass so I can build the crafting table. The crafting table in the workshop that costs 10k, while I have 4.5k. So, yeah, I need around 5.5k to continue with the birdhouse plan, and I didn't have any other plans for moneymakers until I got to my first region. Now, I could just keep grinding tasks and get to my first region, I'm not far other way, but I really want to start these birdhouses now. So, yeah, derail time. I think the best thing I can do to make money is get my thieving up a bit more and try ham storerooms, because I believe the Death to Dorgushan is auto-completed this time, so I should be able to access them. So hopefully this isn't too big of a detour, and I can get back on track to getting birdhouses once I get this 10k. Well, it took me longer than expected, but there is the workshop and the clockworks I need to finally make some birdhouses. So I'm going to go to Fossil Island now and get those set up, and hopefully I can get some hunter levels soon. Well, I'm really glad I managed to get birdhouses sorted out last night, because today is Thanksgiving, and I haven't been playing too much over today. I mainly just hop it on now and then to do some birdhouse runs, and now I'm up to 46 hunter and also 27 crafting. But I think this is where I need to stop doing birdhouse runs for a bit, because I'm almost out of seeds, and I'm also out of willow logs, so I can't make any more. But what I want to work on now, though, is seeing if I can get access to my first region. I'm only 5 tasks away now, which is pretty close. And also to manage to get myself a mystery box, which I think is a task to open it, and it is... Oh, wow. That's actually a really good item to find inside. That would be some nice money to help fund some things. But yeah, there's another 30 league points for just opening a mystery box. Also, I think there's a task to get a magic seed. I know it was in the previous leagues. Not sure if it's in this league. Oh well. I've been getting some decent seeds though, so probably should start on farming soon enough. But yeah, now let's see if I can knock out the other 4 tasks. There's still a lot of stuff left for my early game route I haven't got to, so shouldn't be too hard. I decided to take a small detour and get a rune axe real quick, since I now have the woodcutting level to use it. But while I was here, I ended up getting 10 combat, which was enough to unlock the final region. So let's go somewhere and figure that out. Well, I couldn't think of a better place to go for this, but while trying to, I got a random event and I got an experience lamp, and I really don't know what to put these on in leagues. I guess maybe just construction for now. There's at least a construction level. But yeah, so regions. So back a few weeks before the reveals, I wasn't really sure what regions I wanted to pick for this league, but after looking them all over, I very easily settled on 3, and after all the reveals and all the new information, I still very much wanted to pick these 3 and nothing else. So for my first region, Asgarnia is just really good. I picked it in both previous leagues. It has God Wars Dungeon, all its gear there, Defenders, Void Armor, and now it has Echo Cerberus with the Dog Sword. But this time I want to do something a bit different. See you in Varlamore.